Jakarta is the capital city of Indonesia, which is a very rapidly developing city and is the center of all activities ranging from economy, government, trade, and others. However, if we trace the history of the development of the city, there are many events that accompany it. In terms of naming, the city of Jakarta was born with the name Sunda Kelapa. The city was once controlled by several parties, starting from the VOC, Portuguese, Banten Sultanate, and the Pajajaran Kingdom. This is because since ancient times, in the north of Java Island has been a very busy trading port since the era of Pajajaran Kingdom because of its strategic location. This Jakarta has an area of approximately 661.52 km square, with a population of 10 million, is the largest metropolitan area in Southeast Asia or the second largest in the world. As a center of business, politics, and culture, Jakarta is home to the headquarters of the state-owned enterprises, private companies, and foreign companies. The city is also home to government institutions and the Asian Secretariat. Jakarta is served by two airports, namely Soekarno-Hatta Airport and the Halim Perdana Kusuma Airport, and the three seaports at Tanjung Priok, Sunda Kelapa, and Ancol. The Betawi ethnic group has lived in Jakarta, formerly known as Batavia, since the 17th century. Betawi traditional houses are made of wooden frames with a ground floor that is given a tiled or cement floor, commonly known as the Depok house. Based on the shape and structure of the roof, Betawi traditional houses can be divided into three types, namely the Gudang cut, the Joglo cut, and the Bapang or Kebaya cut. Some of the decorations used in Betawi houses have pucuk rembung, cempaka, swastika, matahari, kipas, jambu mede, lima flora, dan gigi balang. Betawi people have typical clothes that are used as everyday clothes, semi-formal clothes, and formal clothes. Betawi men's everyday clothes are koko or sadaria shirts, batik pants, pelekat clothes, and peci or kopiah. Men's clothing, called ujung serong, is usually worn by fathers. This clothing is a dark-colored closed suit, trousers equipped with batik cloth worn around the waist with a slanted end above the knee. Accessories include tiger claws and chain pocket watches. Also worn is called head covers or kopiah and loafers. Women's clothing in the form of long kebaya cloth at the front, lace, clothes like this are also called baju encim. Setu Babakan or Situ Babakan is a cultural heritage located in Serengseng Sawah, Jagakarsa District, South Jakarta. Situ means lake in Sundanese, while Babakan means new village, and indeed the village of Situ Babakan is flanked by 3 lakes. In 2004, this area was made the Betawi Village Center along with the 474th anniversary of DKI Jakarta because there are still many original Betawi villages in this area. Its cultural heritage area covers 175 hectares consisting of the People's Garden, Betawi community villages and 2 lakes that flank this village. Setu Babakan is said to be a village area designated by the Jakarta government as a place for the preservation and development of Betawi culture on an ongoing basis. Setu Babakan, apart from being a Betawi cultural heritage area, is also a relatively new tourist attraction. Betawi culture is almost extinct, losing out to artist entertainment. For that reason, the Betawi Community Consultative Body planned a village by designating 3 locations, namely Margonda, Condet, and Setu Babakan. After the Margonda and Condet surveys were declared to have failed because the 2 areas did not meet the requirements for a village, then Setu Babakan was chosen because this area still has a lake for greening conservation. The native Betawi people still have a strong sense of their culture. This can be seen from the design of the houses, their style of dress, and their accent. The houses of the residents in Setu Babakan are in the form of traditional Betawi houses, which may have been maintained to this day. There is a gudang or kandang house. That's what we often see. There are 3 types. Then there is a bapang or kebaya house, and finally a joglo or imasan house. Meanwhile, for now, we divide it into 4, namely the gudang house, the bapang house, the kebaya house, and the joglo house. Each has its own differences in structure and design, said member of the UN Cultural Life Management Committee, Setu Babakan. Previously in 2004, Setu Babakan was inaugurated by the Governor of the DKI Jakarta, Sutisyoso, as a Betawi Cultural Heritage Area. Setu Babakan Village is also one of the objects chosen by the Pacific Asia Travel Association or PATA as a tourist destination for PATA conference participants in Jakarta in October 2002. Setu Babakan is an interesting tourist location to visit. Betawi culinary. Betawi culinary culture is a reflection of Jakarta's long history as a port city that is a meeting place for various cultures. Chinese, Arabic, Indian, and European influences blend with local traditions, creating a variety of culinary specialties that are rich in flavor and unique.
The one that I take never stops in between a whole 3,000-mile road with one brief pause in Yellowstone. If the day comes in which you decide you want to wait some and go for a drive, well, I'll be ready when you call for highway.
Betawi traditional bride's clothing. Betawi traditional bride's clothing is influenced by several foreign cultures, namely Arab and Chinese culture, especially the Betawi traditional bride's clothing which is named Dandanan Pengantin None Cine. Arab influence is also inseparable because in addition to the many Arabs who live in Betawi, most Betawi people are Muslims.
If the day comes in which you decide you want to wait some and go for a drive, well,
Betawi traditional clothing was created from a blend of various cultures that entered Batavia, such as Malay, Batak, Arab, English, and Balinese, Chinese, and other ethnic cultures. The presence of these immigrants influenced the development of Betawi culture, including in terms of clothing. Starting from the motifs, models, and accessories used, the majority of inspiration comes from Chinese, Islamic, and Malay cultures. The philosophy contained in Betawi traditional clothing is very thick with the values of politeness, simplicity, and religion. Sadaria clothes, which are often combined with batik pattern cloth pants, sarongs, and peci, depict the character of Betawi men, who are simple, religious, dignified, and humble. The peci and sarong worn also have meaning as religious symbols and the identify of a Muslim in praying.
Go for a drive, I'll be ready when you call for highway.
Seserahan is everything that is delivered as a form of readiness and a sense of responsibility of the groom to the bride, given from the groom to the bride as a symbolic form in marriage. In Betawi traditional marriage, seserahan is a sign of affection given to the bride who will accompany her life. The seserahan given is useful for meeting the needs of the house in the future. History is an important thing to learn, especially for the history of the existence of the Betawi traditional house. This Betawi traditional house is also closely related to the existence of the Betawi people themselves. Betawi itself comes from the word Batavia, which was the nickname for the city of Jakarta in the past. When the Dutch colonial government conducted a population census in 1930, Betawi was only just discovered. Betawi became a separate ethnic group in Indonesia at that time. They were referred to as the ethnic group that inhabited Batavia at that time. Actually, the Betawi ethnic group is a combination of residents from various regions. Among them are Javanese, Balinese, Makassaris, Sundanese, and Sundanese who were previously brought in by the Dutch government. In the end, the inter-ethnic marriages that inhabited Batavia became the Betawi ethnic population. If we look again, this Betawi traditional house is influenced by cultural acculturation, where the presence of several tribes in the Batavia area makes them merge with each other. There are two cultures that merge in their traditional houses, including international and local cultures. From its appearance, you can see that the shape of the Betawi house is almost similar to the Joglo house, typical of Central Java. Then we will also see some of the characteristics of Sundanese styled houses there. Then, international culture is also involved in the Betawi traditional house. The ornaments and decorations used by the Betawi people, such as in the making of doors and windows, are adopted from foreign cultures, such as Arabic, European, and Chinese.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Dinadi Nugraha dari kelas 11-1. Di sini sama kelompok saya berasal dari SMA IT Al-Madinah dan izin mewawancarai tentang Selendang Mayang untuk pembuatan tugas bahasa Inggris. Yang pertanyaan pertama, kan ini tentunya dalam bahan dasar pembuatan selendang mayang kan ada warna merah sama warna hijau. Pastinya kan tentunya memiliki makna tersendiri. Ya, menurut abangnya, apakah ada maknanya?
Maknanya sih, yang saya tahu ya dari selendang gitu, selendang yang biasa dia pakai. Maknanya, kalau warna merah, hijau, putih itu dia dari selendang, dari warna selendang. Itu doang sih yang saya tahu.
Apakah ada rahasia khusus dari ini bahan dasar pembuatannya?
Nggak ada sih, nggak ada rahasia khusus, cuman sagu aren, air yang matang kuku yang nggak boleh mendidih, dicampur diaduk-aduk. Udah, nggak ada bahan-bahan rahasia. Itu doang.
Kalau untuk keunikan dari selendang mayangnya?
Keunikannya ya Dia modelnya kayak agar-agar. Ya, kayak agar-agar, tapi nanti kalau masih panas lembek, kalau udah adem keras dia. Kayak jelly. Bonekanya kayak jelly, dari sagu tuh bisa kayak jelly.
Kalau untuk cara pembuatannya,
Itu dia dari sagu aren direndam, disaring, air nggak boleh matang, nggak boleh mendidih matang banget, dia harus matang kuku, setengah matang lah. Baru aduk-aduk, tuangin ke nampah, nunggu 2 jam apa 3 jam biar bisa dipotong. Itu doang.
Out of the highways that span to the seas, the one that I
The life of the city of Jakarta in the past, or what was often called Batavia during the Dutch colonial era, is very interesting to explore. The atmosphere and life of the people are very different from Jakarta we know today. Here is a description of the life of the city of Jakarta in the past. The Society of Batavia. The Society of Batavia in the past was very diverse. There were Dutch people as rulers, people from various tribes in the archipelago, as well as Chinese, Arabs, and others who came to trade. Their social life was mixed, although there were also certain limitations. Trading Center. Jakarta has long been a busy trading center. Sunda Kelapa Harbor was the gateway for goods from all over the world. In Batavia, there were various markets and shops selling daily necessities, spices, cloth, and luxury goods. Transportation in the past. In the past, transportation in Jakarta was not as dense as it is now. People use horse-drawn carriage or boats to travel. However, along with the development of technology, trams and buses emerged as a means of public transportation.
Lecut, weton besar, lewa. Pada dari mana lu? Biasa jaga keamanan. Oh begitu. Lu tahu, hari ini perjanjian yang 1 minggu. Bukankah hari ini ketentuannya? Ini hari Tuan Besar. Bagaimana persiapan untuk kita berangkat ke sana? Persiapan, udah bistel. Sudah bistel? Semua. Udah mana? Kawan-kawan yang dari jauh sudah diberitahukan untuk menyaksikan
Ancient buildings. Jakarta has many ancient buildings that bear witness to the history of the city. Some famous buildings are the Jakarta Arts Building, Mattahila Museum, and Jakarta Old Town. These buildings have beautiful and unique Dutch colonial architecture.
Belum bantu nih. Ayo.
Dodo mana, cek Dodo?
Ayo berangkat, sudah siap? Sudah. Nah, kalau sudah siap, sudah mulain. Bawa ke pinggir jalan, kendaraannya sudah siap.
Baik.
Customs and culture. Jakarta has rich customs and culture. Its people still uphold traditional values such as mutual cooperation and good manners. In addition, they also have various traditional ceremonies that are still preserved today. Life. The lives of ordinary people in Jakarta in the past were not much different from those society in general. They work as farmers, fishermen, traders, or craftsmen. They also have families and live their daily life simply. Changes over time. Over time, the life of the city of Jakarta has undergone many changes. Technology has become more advanced, transportation has become more modern, and culture has also developed. However, some aspects of life in the past still exist and have become part of the identity of the city of Jakarta. Jakarta, the capital city of the Republic of Indonesia, has a long history that began in the 4th century AD. At that time, Jakarta was a Hindu settlement and port. The area at the mouth of the Ciliwung River also became a center of international trade. The following is a summary of the history of Jakarta from time to time. The first is Sunda Kelapa in 14th century. In the 14th century, Jakarta was known as Sunda Kelapa, a port of the Sunda Kingdom located at the mouth of the Ciliwung River. This port was a starting point for travel to the capital of the Sunda Kingdom, Dayeuh Pakuan Pajajaran, which is now the city of Bogor. The second is Jayakarta in 1527. In 1527, Prince Fatahillah from Demak succeeded in capturing Sunda Kelapa and changed its name to Jayakarta. The third is Batavia in 1619. In 1619, the VOC led by the Dutch Jan Pieterszoon Koen occupied Jayakarta after successfully defeating the troops of the Banten Sultanate. The VOC then changed the name of Jayakarta to Batavia and built the city similar to cities in the Netherlands.
Si Engtai kenapa sih nangis
The
saja?
fourth is Jakarta
Kan sebentar
in
lagi
1945.
tetamu datang.
After the
Besan
proclamation of
Apalagi
Indonesian
yang mau
independence in
dipikirin, mau malu-maluin orang
1945,
tua.
Batavia
Banyak
was
tetamu, dia
renamed
nangis
Jakarta
saja.
and was designated as the capital city of the Republic of Indonesia. The last is modern Jakarta. Since then, Jakarta has developed into a modern metropolitan city with various infrastructure and public facilities. Jakarta is also the center of government, economy, and culture in Indonesia. Origin of the name Jakarta. The name Jakarta comes from the word Jayakarta, which means victory. In Jakarta. The name Jakarta comes from the word Jayakarta, which means victory or city of victory. The name was given by Prince Fatahillah after successfully seizing Sunda Kelapa from the power of the Sunda Kingdom.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rauf dan ibu namanya siapa? Ibu Mumun. Nah, sekarang kita lagi berada di Soto Betawi Bang Sabo yang berada di Bojonegede, kompleks saya juga. Habis itu, sebelumnya ibu terinspirasi buat soto ini tuh dari mana, Bu? Keturunan kan? Keturunan ya. Ibu berarti juga ada keturunan dari Betawinya juga ya, Bu? Nah, terus kalau boleh tahu tuh soto Betawi tuh isinya apa aja sih, Bu? Kuah-kuahnya atau dagingnya? Terus oh, seperti itu. Daging. Kalau kuahnya sendiri itu? Daging sendiri. Biasanya di sini pakai santan ya, Bu? Santan, bukan susu. Campur. Oh, campur susu juga. Jadi segitu aja dari kita. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Pembuatan kain batik tidak lepas dari 3 bahan utama. Pertama adalah kain. Yang paling populer digunakan dalam pembatikan adalah kain katun atau mori dan sutra. Meski ada juga yang menggunakan rayon atau santung, campuran rami kapas, bahkan wol. Bahan baku utama yang kedua adalah lilin atau malam. Bahan ini digunakan sebagai perintang warna atau penutup permukaan kain sesuai motif agar tidak tercampur dengan warna lain yang tidak diinginkan. Bahan ketiga adalah zat pewarna. Proses pembuatan batik dimulai dari mendesain corak atau motif. Motif biasanya dibedakan dalam beberapa kategori, yaitu motif utama, motif pinggiran yang biasa disebut juga ploy atau border, motif tumpal, dan motif ceplokan. Membatik tentunya tak lepas dari penggunaan alat-alat. Ada beberapa peralatan utama yang perlu dipersiapkan baik untuk proses pembuatan batik tulis maupun batik cap. Peralatan-peralatan tersebut terdiri dari pensil dan kertas karkir atau kertas minyak untuk menggambarkan. Itu selanjutnya hingga didapat variasi warna yang dikehendaki. Selamat membatik.
Sebelumnya sama siapa ini namanya?
Bang Caca.
Siapa?
Bang Caca.
Bang Caca. Aku Ica namanya. Jodoh bang. Iya. Ini kerak telur. Bahan-bahannya mungkin apa aja mas biasanya? Bang?
Kalau kerak telur itu bahan dasarnya ini beras ketan, terus ada serundeng, garam, sama ebi.
Apa ini?
Ini ebi.
Oh ebi, iya ya.
Jadi toppingnya itu dikasih serundeng sama bawang goreng. Sesederhana itu.
Oke. Nih lagi disiapin ya, berarti dimatengin dulu berasnya.
Proses pembuatan kerak telur. Ada pertanyaannya
Apa ini?
telur itu yang bikin orang sayur kasihan.
Zaman kapan itu bang? Abangnya berarti khas Betawi dong?
Saya
Ya.
saya aslinya Belanda. Saya lahir di Belanda. Saya percaya. Saya nggak?
Percaya.
Saya nggak?
Saya.
Tahu kan Belanda?
Ya. Apa?
Ya tahu nggak Belanda?
Negara.
Belanda itu belakang dapur. Jadi saya itu lahir pas ibu saya lagi masak. Jadi belakang dapur. Iya gitu. Nah, uniknya kerak telur itu cara membuatnya seperti ini. Ini kenapa dinamain kerak telur? Karena perempuan pakai nasi. Kalau nggak begini, itu namanya bukan kerak telur. Nah, telur gulung.
Nasinya pakai nasi biasa. Nasi kasar.
Kalau pakai nasi namanya bukan kerak telur.
Tadi udah deh, tadi udah.
Dimakan di sini apa dibungkus?
Makan sini aja ya. Itu bedanya nasi itu.
Out of the highways that span to the seas, the one that I take never stops in between a whole 3,000 miles.